Beachside. It's Joe Smith, your general manager, and we are back with another project update. Today's Friday, May 17th, and I'm here today with Tom Mealy, who's one of our committee members, actually the secretary of our 2.0 renovation committee. And Tom, you've actually been involved in this project since day one.
I have.
Because you were on the master plan committee as well.
Yes, I think we did about 49 presentations.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. Actually, we've had 50 2.0 meetings.
Yes.
Thus far, and many more to come.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a lot of meetings, but everyone has been important.
Yes.
Everyone has accomplished
question. something
towards the completion of the project.
Without question.
Yeah.
It's you, John Rogozensky, and Mike McDonald, who were the three who were on the master plan committee, who transitioned over to the renovation committee. And you know, every one of these videos is important and exciting, but this one I think is really exciting, primarily for you, because we started putting block in the ground this week. So this is, again, I'm putting myself in your shoes. Well, I guess I've been involved from the beginning as well. But seeing it go from paper to concrete block is kind of an exciting thing.
It is, it is. You're excited, I could tell right now.
I'm super excited,
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to show pictures of that,
we'll have some aerial. I took some aerial this week, so we'll put some aerial in. But yeah, you can see the footprint of the building. You know, this is obviously the Lakeview Lounge and the multi-purpose room, but they poured footers this week and started going vertical.
Right.
So
what we're going to see is over the next couple of weeks is the main construction will be on this side of the building.
That's right.
Eventually, when the footings are in, they'll pour the slab, get everything underneath the beer and the soda underneath the slab first, and then start bringing in wood and whatnot. What strikes me initially is the size of this portion of the facility. It really dips into the cart staging area.
That's right.
Which will require us to take down some vegetation on the other side. The fortunate thing is we don't have to move the cart path.
It'll move slightly, but it probably won't even be noticeable.
Good.
Probably won't even be noticeable. And yeah, as you said, the landscape bed, which I guess this is to the north, will be eliminated, replaced with some smaller beds, and everything kind of expands that way. So the change is pretty dramatic.
It's changing as we speak on a daily basis. We've got it. We were here earlier today, and there's multiple crews now working. Which in the beginning of the project, we only saw a small number of people ripping out the demo guys. Now we're seeing multiple. They're not overlapping. They're working and meshing together as the project progresses. And what we'll see over time is that as this area here is completed, the construction will eventually work its way over to the pool cafe and then the new pool area. And the reason why is because of the large machinery necessary to bring in the trusses and to put the roof on and stuff like that. But it'll be great when people come back or during the summer when they see updates, how this structure is going to take shape.
Exactly. Yeah, this week we had a big concrete pumper to fill these footers, which was a massive piece of equipment. And of course, they were bringing all the concrete trucks around back. And then they'll bring in a crane when these trusses are on site to raise those trusses. So yeah, a lot of heavy machinery that, as you said, needs to get around the back of the building. So you know, they're obviously planning for that. Exciting times. And you mentioned there's a lot of trades on site right now. You know, our plumber, electrician has been on site doing a lot of work. The HVAC guys have been hanging ductwork over in the dining room area. So
and they can go as far as the exterior wall. Until such a time when the pool cafe construction starts. But I don't want to leave this area just yet because the multi-purpose room is just that. It gives an opportunity it kind of replaces the card room that was in the Gulfview building. But it also can be used for private dining, special meeting events, potential even master board meetings and whatnot, depending on the time of year and whatnot. And right next to that will be somewhat of an extension of your offices that have merged. And that leads into how we got here when we were back in September and the third bid came in. It was quite high, well over our budget. And our committee started to work on bringing that number down into budget or under budget so we can actually start construction. And it was a labor of love because our committee, most of us were on Zoom. It's very difficult to be in a meeting with Zoom. You don't see the body language, you just see people's faces. But over a short period of time, we were able to bring the project back. What occurred is there was an administrative wing that was bumping out the front. We had to eliminate that to capture money, and there was the bump out on the dining room where we captured money. We reduced the size of the pool a smidge in order to bring everything in line with the budget.
But you all did a great job really prioritizing and lack of better terms, protecting the most important items and the most important elements of the project. And I think you've well accomplished that.
Well, we're on our way.
You're on your way,
and this really, and one of the good things of having John and Mike and myself be on the committee, there was the carryover, and as well as yourself and Larry Franzen, there was a carryover the history. And when we were working in the master plan, we were taking constant input from the community, and we also sent out a survey, and what we kept on hearing and what we read in the survey was the kitchen obviously needed a lot of help and a lot of work, and the committee really committed to that right off the bat, saying whatever we do, let's keep the kitchen just the way it was designed, and we haven't cut anything out of the kitchen, and I think it'll be phenomenal. The other big issue that our community wanted was outdoor dining. And right behind us, there will be outdoor dining in the Lakeview Lounge, and then wrap around, there'll be a tremendous amount of outdoor dining in the pool cafe, and actually around the pool deck.
That's right.
So the committee process is, the one thing I could say so positively about our committee is there's a firm commitment to excellence on our committee. Everybody came in with the same level of excitement and commitment to making this project the very best that they could we could possibly bring to our community. And it's been a fairly easy road, but it's been rocky in certain areas. But we've been able to work hard.
Nothing unexpected, though.
No, well, there's been some unexpected things, like these steel beams that are here.
We knew there were going to be some surprises. We just didn't know what they were. Right?
You had to anticipate, especially during the demo process. We didn't know what was behind walls, what was inside walls. But on our committee, and if I could just take a few minutes.
Please do.
I did want to just give them a shout out to them because they work so hard. And I'm going to go around the table, and you tell me if I've got every right.
I'll help you,
Obviously, to my left would be Mike McDonald, who is a tremendous leader. He checks all the boxes. He's leadership capabilities. He's very articulate. He knows construction, and he's been really able to communicate to our community what this is all about and where we're going. Then it's me, and I'm the secretary, and I have to do the minutes, and which is a labor of love as well. I enjoy doing it. Thanks to you, we have a recording of each meeting that I do a draft and I go to the recording. And then we'd have John Viviani, who is our tech person. He has a significant background in technology, and he's helped us with all of the way we're going to be networked and the TVs and things like that. Then Jerry Scrinchy and Sergio, now getting back to Jerry's from the Verandas, I'm from Country Manor. Jerry Scrinchy's from the Hollows, a great committee person. She has come in with such a great attitude and commitment to excellence. She really keeps everybody on our toes.
Absolutely.
She really watches the calendar, and she holds us all accountable. Then we have Sergio Di Simone, who has actually sat on both sides of the construction table. He's been a general contractor and a construction manager. Our electrical expert is Sal Grillo, and they're both over in Country Glen. Next, I have Larry O'Keefe, who is our plumbing expert.
Who is a current plumber, owns a plumbing contracting company up in Boston.
Wonderful.
So he is actively working every single day.
Exactly.
So, like in the field as we speak, which I think just brings a different element.
When he got inside this building, our first visit, he was all over the plumbing fixtures, making suggestions, giving us input. As was Dan Kramer. Dan, I believe, is a Verandas. No, he's St. Ives.
Country Haven.
Country Haven, thank you.
That's right.
He is a general contractor. He was with us earlier today. He has vast knowledge in construction. John Rogozensky was the chair of our first committee. Great leader, did a super job.
A lot of project management.
A lot of project management on his part. And then Tony Dorado, who has taken Larry Franzen's place as the committee member who's the president of the board.
Yeah.
He's just getting up to speed. He's going to be a great asset to our committee. We're very excited to have him on board. Then it was Larry Franzen, but I have to give him a shout out because he was with us from day one.
Yeah.
And he was a great, great committee member.
And Larry has really championed this project since well before my time here.
Yes.
You know, he served on the board, I think, close to 10 years, and he's really been a visionary for the community.
Right,
so, as you said, kudos to him for
and finally you, who we appreciate your effort and your hard work.
Thank you.
There are times when you've really had some great ideas. You know the building, you know the business, you know how this community, you know, how it works. Yeah. And, you know, thank you for your commitment as well.
It's been a pleasure working with you all.
Thank you.
I think in my experience, I've done a number of these in communities similar to Countryside, and this is one of the best group of residents I've ever worked with.
I think so.
And so well-rounded, so well-rounded. And you all have been faced with some surprises, some challenges,
yes.
And I continue to be impressed of how you work through it.
Right.
As a group with the different areas of expertise,
yes.
You know, to get to a solution.
Everybody understands, everybody kind of has a lane, not that it's a narrow lane, it could be a very wide lane, depending on the discussion. But when we had to bring the project back to budget in September, it was a tremendous exercise in commitment on the part of a bunch of members of our community, and I think they reflect the community in themselves.
Absolutely, yeah.
The commitment to where we are and what the kind of place we want to live in for the coming years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What else do we have to cover today?
Oh,
or
gosh.
We touched on a lot there.
We touched a lot already.
I think the most important part, you know, I like to kind of break these projects up in milestones. You know, and obviously this week, for me anyways, and I think it has for the committees, this is another good milestone. We start to see some vertical building. And, you know, as you said, in the coming weeks, it's just going to continue.
Yeah.
We have a lot of work ahead of us still. We're not out of the clear in terms of, you know, potential surprises or having to make some tough decisions, but I think with Mike and you and the group's expertise, I certainly have a level of comfort. Schedule-wise, we're still looking for March?
Yes. Our construction manager continues to tell us that March of 2025 will be the completion date. Obviously, that'll, with the completion date, doesn't mean the facility is going to be wide open and then we have the cutting of the ribbon party. It's going to be a staging, and even we have to be patient until Collier County gives us the okay, the certificate of occupancy, and then after that you're going to have punch list items, and that will also put a lot of pressure on you and your team as to how you're going to open the facility.
Yeah, it's one of the things we're working through now, and it's you know, continues to be a moving target. But just how we moved out of the building, we're kind of working that plan backwards. Right. You know, so the building is under one permit. The entire building will be completed and be ready to use. But how we move back in and occupy the building may happen in stages. So, you know, one of the examples I've been using is we may be up and running and serving food in the Lakeview Lounge. Administration might still be in that trailer for a week or so. Again, we're going to continue to fine-tune that as we go forward. And, you know, the most important thing is hitting that CO date. And then from there, the county kind of turns us loose to get settled. So
yeah, and I think the members will understand that.
Yeah,
I think that they'll see this facility take shape. I think it's important for our members to understand that all of the electrical, just about all of the plumbing, all the HVAC has been ripped out of this building and is going to be brand new.
Yeah.
So when the demo was all done, basically we had a shell.
That's right.
And now we're putting the shell back together. You'll see some of the exterior go quite quickly, but the interior, that's when things slow down, and the fine interior will slow it down even a little bit more.
That's right. When we finished demo, we were left with a handful of concrete block walls. We've cut a hole in every single one of them for different openings.
Right.
And we were left with some slab, one of which we're standing on
right now.
But like the entire kitchen slab was removed because there's so much underground work that needs to happen in a new kitchen.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've essentially torn off both ends of the building. So as you said, yeah, it's a renovation, but you know, we're touching 90% of this building.
We are.
And it's as close to a total tear down without doing a tear down.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. As you know, our first committee looked at tearing the whole place down, and the cost was prohibitive. So we went with the renovation, and I think we went in the right direction.
You did.
Yeah.
You did, without question. I mean, there's going to be elements of the clubhouse when it's finished that people will be able to recognize from the original layout. But there's only going to be a few. You know, for the most part, you're going to look at this building from the outside and inside, and it's going to feel like a completely new clubhouse. So I think that's key.
Well, the renderings that were shared just a couple of weeks ago had really got the community excited.
Yeah.
There was a lot of comment positively about how they are so much looking forward to spending time.
Yeah.
And the really great thing about this facility is you can basically get out of your car dressed for dinner, fine dining, dressed to go into the Lakeview Lounge, or possibly after a round of golf and you want to get out of the heat, begin the air conditioning, or if you just want to have a pair of shorts on and a t-shirt and you want to grab a burger.
The club becomes easier to use. I know you're getting ready to head up north, right?
Yeah.
So if you were coming back in town off of an airplane, this is how I dress to hop on an airplane. You don't even have to think about coming to the club. You get off an airplane, you're wearing a pair of jeans, or maybe you're wearing a t-shirt, you want to grab something quick, you just come on down and there's a place for you and you're not going to feel out of place.
Right.
And that's really what happens with these renovations is the club just becomes easier to use.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
It's going to be great for everyone.
We think we listened. We feel that the product that members will see will be something that they'll really cherish and enjoy.
Yeah.
They've been extremely patient and very positive as this project has come together. I was just talking to my wife before I came down, and I think we started in 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we are, we're going to be into 25, so probably not all that unusual for timing for a project of this caliber.
No, I mean, I don't think people realize how much work planning goes into it ahead of time before there's shovels in the ground.
Right.
You know, so it feels like a long time, but I think it's pretty standard for something
I think
this
so.
size.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it's going to be beautiful when it gets done. It's
it'll
exciting.
be well worth the wait. And, you know, on that first day where we're all back in here enjoying the club, you're going to forget about the past 3 or 4 years. You really will.
Yeah.
So, excellent.
Everybody will be anxious.
Yes.
They'll be
anxious.
ringing you up and catching you in the parking lot. When is it going to open? So
that's right.
You're going to have to think.
That's right.
Well, thank you for having me.
No, thank you. I appreciate the time as always. You know, a lot of exciting things happen. These videos will continue every other week. So appreciate you and the committee and all you guys are doing. And just again, a reminder, and it's really important for you. You do all that work on the minutes every single committee meeting, and I know it takes time.
It does take time.
All that information is available on the club website under the Countryside 2.0 page. So you do the meeting minutes. Mike compiles a monthly report, status report that goes to the board, and then following the board meeting, it gets posted to the website. So those reports are always a month behind because we're reporting on progress from the previous month. But the website, again, if you're not here locally or you want to know the history or kind of go back through previous meetings or whatnot, all that information is archived on the website and available to our residents. So it's a good resource. And as always, you can reach out to myself or any one of our committee members with questions or rumors.
Or rumors.
We love correcting rumors.
We love correcting rumors.
You all have been great with that.
The challenge of misinformation has been our biggest challenge to date.
Yeah.
But what we're finding is, and it just happened earlier today, we were talking in the parking lot and one of our members came in and asked Joe about a particular rumor, which we dispelled quite quickly because it was really unrealistic. But by all means, if you have questions or if you're concerned, talk to one of your community members to share your concerns, or call us at any given time.
That's right.
And let us know, because we don't want misleading rumors out there that may create some stress on us and certainly on you as a community member.
Yeah, excellent.
All
right, Tom. Appreciate it. As always, Countryside, questions, comments, you can send them our way. If you're up north, we hope you're having a great summer. And if you're here locally, we'll see you around the club real soon. Keep your eye on future emails because we've got a lot of exciting future updates coming up. So thank you again.